Welcome to another class of our English grammar. Today, in this session, we will study about modifiers. Means to modify some new things or to qualify the things or to tell more about the related words in the same sentence. A modifier is a word or phrase or clause which modifies other words in a sentence. Means whenever we want to tell something more about the given nouns or pronouns in the sentence, the words that tells us extra information, gives extra information about the nouns or the pronouns given in the sentence, whether it is in their quality or in their verb, means in their actions. So, modifier is a word, a phrase or clause which modify other words in a sentence. It is either an adjective. Adjective means a word that qualifies noun or pronoun. Adjective means a word that qualifies noun or pronoun. Or an adverb. Adverb means at what rate action is being. At what rate action is being done by noun or pronoun. Or it also modifies adjective. It also modifies adjective. So, a modifier is either an adjective or an adverb. The adjectives modifies the noun. The adjectives modify the nouns and the adverbs modify the verb. That is clear with its definition. Adjective qualifies noun or pronoun. Adverb tells us the action that has been done by the noun or pronoun at what rate. So, here the adjectives modify nouns and the adverbs modify the verbs, or the adjectives or the other adverbs also. Here it modifies or tells us more about adjectives or the other adverbs in the given sentence. So what is a modifier? A modifier is a word, a phrase or maybe a clause which modifies other words in a sentence. It is either an adjective or an adverb. The adjectives modify the nouns. Adjectives modify the nouns. Suppose here, car, blue car. So here the adjectives modifies the noun and the adverbs modify the verbs. Maybe very fast, or the adjectives or other adverbs also in the given sentence. So, whenever we talk about a modifier, we must keep in our mind that the given adjectives or adverbs in the sentence that qualifies noun or modifies verb respectively, known as modifiers. So, a modifier is a word, a phrase or clause which modifies other words in a sentence. It is either an adjective or an adverb. The adjectives modify the nouns and the adverbs modify the verbs or the adjectives or the other adverbs. Let us clear it with an example. Let us see an example here. Our example. Kevin bought a chocolate cake yesterday. Kevin bought a chocolate cake yesterday. In this sentence, you can easily find the different parts of the speech over here. But our work here is to identify the modifiers. So, Kevin bought a chocolate cake yesterday. Here, A is an article which modifies the word cake. A is an article which modifies the word cake, and the word chocolate is direct adjective of the word cake. A chocolate cake. So both the words a and chocolate are adjectives which modify the noun cake. Listen carefully. Kevin bought a chocolate cake yesterday. In this sentence, you will see here a as an article which modifies the word cake, and the word chocolate is the direct adjective of the word cake, means chocolate cake. So both a and chocolate are adjectives which modify the noun cake, means a chocolate cake. Okay, then Kevin bought a chocolate cake yesterday. The word yesterday tells us the time of an action of the verb bought. So, Kevin bought a chocolate cake yesterday. Here in this sentence, yesterday. Yesterday tells us the time of the action of the verb bought. So, it is an adverb which modifies the verb. So, it is an adverb which modifies the verb. So, here an adverb that modifies the verb. So here yesterday, and it modifies the verb. The verb is bought. So here in this sentence, Kevin bought a chocolate cake yesterday. A is an article which modifies the word cake, and the word chocolate is the direct adjective of the word cake. So both a and chocolate are adjectives which modify the word or the noun cake. The word yesterday tells us about the time of the action of the verb bought. So it is an adverb which modifies the verb. I hope you will have understood the definition clearly with this example. A modifier is also called so because it is said to modify another element in the structure or in the given sentence on which it is dependent. Listen carefully. A modifier is so called because it is said to modify another element in the structure on which it is dependent. If we remove it from the sentence, it will not affect the grammar structure of the sentence. Listen carefully. Here, if a modifier is so called because it is said to modify another element in the structure on which the whole sentence is dependent. If we remove it from the sentence, it will not affect the grammar structure of the sentence. Let us clear it with example. Rakhi wears a pink dress. Rakhi wears a simple pink dress, you can say. So here, the adjective pink is a modifier or modifying the noun dress. Rakhi wears a pink dress. Or you can say Rakhi wears a simple pink dress. You can add simple also. So here simple pink dress. If we remove the words here from this sentence, means adjective simple pink. If we remove this, so these are a modifiers and modifying the noun dress. Removal of the modifiers, that is simple or pink, means if we remove this one, if we remove it, let us keep it in bracket. Let us talk about this. Rakhi wears a pink dress. Here, the adjective pink is a modifier modifying the noun dress. Removal of this modifier will not affect the grammar structure of the sentence. So, the sentence will Rakhi wears a dress. Means Rakhi wears a simple pink dress is having a modifier. If we remove this one, then the grammar structure of the sentence will not be affected. The sentence will be Rakhi wears a simple dress. So here modifiers are also called descriptive words. Means they tell us something about a thing or a noun or a head. Adjectives and adverbs are descriptive words. Adjective and adverbs are descriptive word because adjective tells us about or modifies noun or pronoun and adverb tells us or modifies verb, or it also modifies adjective and other adverbs in the sentence. So adjective and adverbs are descriptive words and these descriptive words are important in modifying. So, modifiers are also called descriptive words and adjective and adverb are descriptive words. Modifier give information about another word in the same sentence that we have already discussed earlier in the above paragraph. So, modifiers that are descriptive word also and these descriptive words, adjective and adverb, give information about another word in the same sentence. So, we can say that a modifier is a word, a phrase, a clause that functions as an adjective or adverb to provide additional information. So, modifier is a word, phrase or a clause that functions as an adjective or adverb to provide additional information. Let us see the example here. Kevin and Anmol are wearing red hats. Kevin and Anmol are wearing red hats. So here red hats here are the adjective and red is a modifier describing the noun hats. Listen carefully. Kevin and Anmol are wearing red hats. So here in this sentence, here red hats means the adjective red is a modifier describing the hats. Similarly, second, they were laughing loudly or heartily. So they were laughing loudly or talking loudly or laughing heartily. So here the adverb loudly is a modifier of the verb laughing. So here with these two sentences, examples, you can easily understand that a modifier is a word that functions as an adjective or adverb to provide additional information in the given sentence. Modifiers are of two types. Modifiers are of two types. First, pre-modifiers. Second, post-modifiers. So, modifiers are placed either in front of or behind the word it describes. Here, listen. Modifiers are placed either in front of or behind the word it describes. Means pre-modifiers or post-modifiers. First is pre-modifier. It is placed before the word or the noun or the word that it modifies, and post-modifier placed after the word or after the head or the main word that it is describing. So here, Radha reads loudly. Radha reads loudly. So here, pre, this is post one. Or Radha lives in a big house. Here, big house. So here, pre and here post. So modifiers of two types, and modifiers are placed either in front of the given word or the noun or the main head that it modifies, or behind the word that it describes. So pre-modifiers are placed before the head or the nouns or the words they modify. Post modifiers placed after or behind the head or the nouns or the words they modify. Let us clear it with example and definitions. Pre-modifiers. Pre-modifiers which modify the word that follow them in the sentence. That follow them in the sentence. Adjectives are usually placed before the nouns. So most of the adjectives are pre-modifiers. Listen carefully. The modifiers which modify the words that follows them in the sentence are called pre-modifiers. And adjectives are usually placed before the nouns, so most of the adjectives are pre-modifiers. Adverbs are often placed before the words they modify. A modifier placed before the head is called a pre-modifier. Pre-modifiers are often adjective, participles or noun. So a pre-modifier means pre-modifiers are often adjectives, participles or nouns. Adjective, a big house, a new house. Participle, fixed rate, growing problem. Noun, staff room, marketplace or market forces. So here pre-modifiers are the modifiers which modify the words that follow them in the sentence. Adjectives are usually placed before the nouns, so most of the adjectives are pre-modifiers. Adverbs are often placed before or after the words they modify. A modifier placed before the head is called pre-modifier, and pre-modifiers are adjective, participle and noun. Adjective example, I live in a big house. There is a new house in front of my house. Participle, fixed race. These items are having fixed rate. These days, rising prices is growing problem. Noun, staff room. There is a staff room in front of the library. Market forces. All these are related to the market forces. So, here modifiers placed before the head is called a pre-modifiers. Let us clear it with one mixed example. Radha belongs to a poor family. Poor family. Modifying the family means poor family. She wears simple clothes. Clothes are simple. She lives in a small town. The place where she lives is a small area. She leads a happy life. But she leads a life means she belongs to a poor family, wearing simple clothes. She is living in a simple town but leading a happy life. So here all these words poor, simple, small or happy are pre-modifiers because they follow, these words follow the words in the sentence, means modifiers are the word that follow them in the sentence. And adjectives, as you know that adjectives are always placed before the nouns. Next is post modifier. The modifiers which come after the word they modify. Modifiers which come after the modifiers which come after the word they modify are called post modifiers. The adverbs come after the verbs and modify them. They follow the words. When adjective appears after the word, it is called post modifiers. Means a modifier placed after the head or the noun is called post modifier. Example, Pradanya is intelligent. Here, intelligent means here it is placed when adjective appears after the word, it is called post modifier. So, the modifiers which come after the word, they modify after the word because intelligent is modifying that student's quality. So, here the modifiers which come after the word they modify are known as post modifiers. And the adverbs come after the verbs and modify them. They follow the word also. When adjective appears after the word, it is also called post modifiers. A post modifier is placed after the head, means after the main word they are modifying. Let us see. Example, all the flowers in the garden are beautiful. Means the flowers in the garden are beautiful. So here we have discussed our topic modifier with its definition, types and examples. And let us move to one exercise that some sentences are given over here and your duty is to identify whether the given modifier is a pre-modifier or post-modifier. So, the exercise is identify the types of modifiers and the types are pre-modifier and post-modifier. So, some sentences are given here. He is an intelligent boy. Intelligent boy. He is a cute baby. Cute baby. Anand won the match easily. The man with the beard entered the room. Pass me the book with blue cover. Kevin is a brilliant boy. He ran fast. I have written several stories. They were talking loudly. So here some sentences are given and your task is to sort out whether the given modifier is a pre or post modifier. So first is intelligent boy, and pre-modifiers we have already read that pre-modify means placed before. Pre-modifiers are placed before and post-modifiers are placed after the word they modify. So here intelligent boy, so it is pre-modified. Cute boy, again it is a pre-modifier. Here ran fast, fast means placed after this word they are modifying, so it is post modifier. I have written several stories you have written, and the quality is you have written several stories means you are modifying the word this one, so this is pre-modifier. Anand won the match means Anand won the match, and we are modifying the word match means easily, so Anand won the match easily, this is post modifier. They were talking loudly, they were talking, but how means modifying the word, this verb, so this is post modifier. The man with beard, the man entered the room is also right, but the man with beard, so it is also modifying this one, the man with beard. Entered the room. Pass me the book with blue cover. Kevin is a brilliant boy. So here some exercises are given and you can clearly read. So here the man entered the room means the man with beard entered the room. Pass me the book with blue cover. Kevin is a brilliant boy. So thoroughly read these exercises and do practice yourself. Thanks and have a nice day.